back for another session with Spirit. I am coming back for another channeling session. We'll see what they have to say today. It's been almost a week since I channeled last, so I'm hoping to get a little bit better of a cadence here moving forward now that I'm learning how to upload these videos myself. So, for those of you that have been here for that journey, thanks for your patience while I try to figure it all out. Obviously, there's a breadth of topics that have been discussed already on YouTube. So if you're interested, please go back and watch some of those prior videos. And if you're new to the awakening process, there might be some gems in there for you that might help you with that process. So otherwise, I will take a moment to get into trance right now and we'll see what comes through today. Thanks so much for being here. Hang on. This is Mother Mary. We come to you today with an understanding that there is a misconception in the collective about what it is that is occurring with the awakening as it stands today. There are many individuals who were part of the first wave, if you will, and there is a misnomer out and about that some are calling themselves the 144,000 or the chosen ones. We wish to rectify this now in that this is not a group that one must be chosen or belong to in order to be awakening. Instead, the 144,000 is a frequency. This is a frequency or vibration that is embedded in those who will be awakening in this lifetime. And for those who are in the process of awakening, they are walking into that frequency now. This does not mean that if you are not currently awakening or do not yet have the knowledge of what the awakening means, that you are not a chosen one. This is completely false and is instead an actual elitist term that we choose to disregard. The truth is that the planet is ascending. And because the planet is ascending in her frequency, it is imperative that everyone on the planet ascends in their frequency as well. It is actually that simple. The chosen ones, if you will, the first wave, these are individuals who are here on the planet to process through their awakening at an earlier time than the majority. This is because many will need leaders in such a way that they can follow and understand what it is that is going to happen or is happening to their body, to their own awareness, to their consciousness. There are many books that are previously published that can help one through this experience. However, if you've had little to no knowledge of the awakening or of spirituality as a whole, it can be very helpful to have someone who has gone before you who can assist you in your journey. That is the reason that there are many, such as this one, who are channeling now and channeling our information to those of you who are new to the process. As we have spoken before, if this channel is one that resonates with you, then welcome. This will be an avenue that information can be shared and you can tune into the truth of what is happening for you. If instead this does not resonate, then that is okay. Find another who does resonate with you. In that way, you will be able to secure the information that is true to your soul, the information that feels as if it resonates with who and what you are. And in this way, you will be brought the information that you need to facilitate your own journey. This is a process. It is a process for everyone that is on the planet. And it is one that will bring great joy and a more easy and harmonious way of life. We encourage all of you to learn about the things that you do not previously know about so that you can walk into this time with ease and joy in your hearts rather than any fear or disheartened thought process about what may be happening. Anyone that you see now who is either on the internet or social media in some capacity, if the information that you are gleaning from that individual causes you fear, we encourage you to turn away. This is not a scary process. And anyone who is here talking about the end of the world, the end of life as you know it, or who is in some way trying to drive fear in the collective, this is not valid information. The world is not ending. There is no difficulty here that will be long-standing. Now, we do understand that there are catastrophic events that have occurred already and that will be occurring in the future. We do not mean to discourage anyone from having the love and compassion that these situations require. However, it is important to realize that the world is not ending. There have always been difficulties. There have always been catastrophic things that happen on the planet. And these things do hold some measure of regard, not only for those who go through them, but for the things that are brought to be learned by others who are impacted by these events. For instance, there could be a flood that is, of course, catastrophic and destructive for everyone that is involved. But that flood might cause those in nearby communities to build additional community in coming forward to assist those who were affected directly. It could also cause some to open their hearts further than they were previously opened because they are able to assist in some capacity. For others, it is recognizing the gratitude that they have for the roof over their heads and the recognition that there are others who are not so lucky. All of these things, though they are catastrophic and destructive, can also be seen in a more positive light and do actually cause good things overall to occur. We understand that there is much going on right now. We also understand that there are many voices being added to the collective. Find those that help you to feel good about what is happening in the world. Find those that help you to see that there is a better way. That better way is coming for everyone, and it is the reason for the awakening. Humanity can no longer continue the way it has been. You are all aware of that on a soul level, and yet the fear that is driven towards doing anything different is because humanity by itself does not choose change. Comfort comes in what is known, and anything that is unknown can be scary. We understand this. However, we encourage you to seek the voices that make you feel good about what is coming, the voices who help you to resonate at a higher frequency, understanding that this change is not only necessary, but it will bring humanity toward a future that you will all be much happier with. This is a good thing. And we encourage you to understand as much as you can now, currently, about what it is that is happening. Seek the resources you need to become more comfortable with what is on the horizon. This will help you to understand that this is not a bad thing in any way. Now, in this transmission, we have used the terms good and bad with impunity, and we wish to have you understand that in reality, the polarity of good and bad is not what we wish to perpetuate. Observation is something that you will become more and more comfortable with as you walk through your awakening process. The polarity of good and bad in all things is human. It is part of being part of the third dimensional Earth school. However, as you move through your awakening process, you will understand and come to know that the fifth dimensional awareness and consciousness is one of observation. It is one of harmony and unity and understanding that all things are a part of the same whole. For that reason, good and bad cease to exist. There are things that just are. However, they are not judged as good or bad. We say this to allow for the understanding that though we used these terms in this particular transmission, you will hear less and less of this moving forward, and that is as it should be. Many of you are new to this journey, and for you, there is much to learn. Open your hearts and allow yourself to listen with an open ear and an open heart, and understand that there is much here to be happy about. We love you. We are with you. That is all. Okay. Well, that was a fairly quick session, I think, for today, but hopefully it gives shed some light on where we are as a collective. And I know that I keep seeing on social media that there are so many people waking up. So if you're new to this channel or new to any of the information that was shared here, welcome. Welcome to the journey. And I encourage you to listen to the other videos that have been posted, and feel free to ask any questions if you may have them. I also have a website at quantumwellness.online if you are struggling with your own personal health in any way. Hopefully I can help in that way. Just here to help anybody who's on the journey. I know that I had some resources that I was utilizing early on that really helped me. So just passing along the favor. So if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day and thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.